if you're watching this video, you might be interested to find out a bit more about Condor Wayfinder. I've been owning this knife for a few weeks now, putting it to different types of tests, and I have to say I'm surprised by it. Would this be a good bushcrafting knife? Yes, yes it would. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Talking about the spine does throw sparks. It does, but it's not the best. I reprofiled it, sharpened the back spine, and now it's second to none. Works absolutely fine. The sheet itself is made out of decent material. It's a proper sheet, but it lacks the fire steel loop, so we customized it ourselves. Put on fire steel loop, so I have to thank my girlfriend for that. This is working excellent, so it's a nice DIY project. The knife itself, I was a bit skeptical when I bought it. I had to sleep for it a few nights to consider buying it actually, but I was really looking for a knife with a continuous curved blade. Pivot hole for the bow drill for me is always an advantage to have. I was looking at knives with micarta handles, but the downside of micarta handles with a pivot hole is you will wear out your micarta, by my knowing. I have no expertise in it, but would make sense that after a while you would go through it. And Condor offered this knife for €60. Full tang, 3mm thick. That's exactly what I was looking for. It's 2 centimeters longer than I wanted. It's I think it's around 12 centimeters. I prefer around 10, so this knife was actually bigger than I hoped, but you get used to it quite fast. The width of the knife turned out to be a big advantage as well, as it's nice to choke up, so it made the tip workable. I could use the tip for finer carving works. It was easy to handle, so that was a real plus side. In the beginning I was wondering why not sharp this little bit down below, but now by owning it I do realize that if this would be sharp I would cut myself non-stop. I did cut myself a few times. I drew some blood because I'm not used to the length, and maybe a bit too it happens when you use this knife. Nothing severe, but yeah. Walnut handle, pretty nice. We decorated it. I was really, ooh, that Lost Roman knife was really, I was doubting to buy that one, but it had a flat grind with a secondary bevel, and I don't like that. It's not my preference. I wanted to have a Scandi grind. Talking about the Scandi grind, by my understanding this is not a 0-degree Scandi grind. When I started sharpening the knife, I quickly find out that it had a secondary micro bevel. Really micro bevel, really small, but it took me some effort to get it out, because I didn't had a rough stone or a diamond stone. I was using a CC4 stone from Volgenhaven, so it took me a while to get it out. And I mean, a day sharpening at least. But once you put a strap over it, man, this knife is hair popping sharp. Really nice, really lovely to use. She's a biter. Yeah, she likes to bite. It's a good one. What else can I say about it? The pivot hole, man, this works so fucking amazing. It's if you like friction fires, this thing has zero resistance, zero wear. For me, finding the right hand block often took most of the time for the whole bow drill set, and this makes everything so easy. The overall finish on the knife itself, the edge was hair popping sharp coming out of the box. Not much I can say bad about, just the finishing touch on the handles. You will find maybe some glue resin, glue that you know isn't really nice. Like, let me see here in this pommel thingy. So I sanded it down a little bit, decorated it a little bit. I have to thank my girlfriend for that. She's creative amongst us two, but I already sanded it down again to get a little bit softer, added some oil. The back pommel I like as well, not for throwing off sparks. For throwing off sparks, it works in this position if you do it like this, but that's so unnatural for me to do. I would prefer to do it this way, but because it's rounded, you tend to slip off quite easy. At least I do, maybe because I'm not used to it. So that's why now this spine is sharp. But the pommel I use especially for woodwork projects where I just take a baton and I just give it a few whacks on the back without damaging the scales. So yeah, I like that. I really do like that. I did a few projects with it. I carved the spoon, made some feather sticks, made some fires, did some bow drills, created a woodsman coat hanger with it. You can find the link to that video at the end of this video. Overall, yeah, if you're looking for a bushcraft knife that's available, that is not expensive, give this one a look at, because it's worth the 60 bucks. I have no complaints so far. If I would have any complaints, then I will do another video about it, and I will link that to this video as well. So if you're watching this in the further future and things didn't work out the way that I wanted, then you'll be the first to know. So to be sure that you'll be the first to know, I would say hit that subscribe button. It's right there in this corner. Maybe it's in this corner. I think it's in this corner. Hit that notification bell, because my uploads are kind of random. I have my periods when I'm busy, and I have my periods that I'm very quiet. So that's how you best follow me. Yeah. Also check out my Instagram. There you see you'll be first knowing what my next project is gonna be when you're following me on Instagram. The link is in the description below. So that's about it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I think we covered everything that we needed to cover about this knife. For me, 60 euro, it was worth it. What would I like to see different? Actually, just on the sheet, a belt loop, a fire steel loop, and a dangler. That's the next thing that we're gonna make. You'll probably see that on Instagram as well. So I'm off into the woods. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, go outside, and respect nature. See ya.